Will and Chad, you both have some really top-notch memories that have to do with a little place called Blockbuster Video. Why don't you take a trip down memory lane and remind all the PODs what it was like to live in a time with hard copies of movies? Or I quit the show.
Oh, fuck.
This is Blockbuster Memories Rewind.
God.
Nice. You worked at Blockbuster.
It was my first job.
Really?
My first two jobs were Blockbuster Video and a movie theater in Louisville, Texas. I mean, God, what memories don't I have? Let me just go back. Before Blockbuster, I remember going into a video store for the first time when I was a child to rent a Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers 2.
Nice.
I remember that being a big deal.
Yeah.
But I remember even then, it was just interesting to walk into this little building and be surrounded by media, movies, TV shows. Not really TV shows, I guess they didn't have. It was all movies in the beginning.
Yeah, dude.
Then later it became TV shows on, big collections of VHS cassettes or DVD or whatever. But working at Blockbuster when I was in high school, the perk of it was you got to take home a movie every day. Anytime you worked, you could check out something for free and bring it back the next time you came in. And I did it. And I watched it every fucking day. I was watching a new movie.
In the days of HBO, meaning home box office, that was a big deal.
It was awesome. And I remember I worked with a guy whose name I now don't remember, but this dude was a real cinephile, super nerd, and he turned me on to so much shit. The first time I saw a Stanley Kubrick movie was because of him. I knew all the box covers, had them memorized, and I remember the Clockwork Orange box cover of Malcolm McDowell, with his fucking hat on, and the one eye has the eyelashes, and always just looking at it and being like, what the fuck is that? And then this dude was like, you don't know who Stanley Kubrick is? Watch that movie.
Cool.
And I had seen The Shining at that point, but didn't know who Stanley Kubrick was or what the deal was.
Yeah.
And that guy really sent me down some paths of like Rudy Ray Moore Jr., just movies that I never would have known of otherwise.
Rudy Ray Moore?
He was like, check this out, take this one home,
Nice.
watch this. I also remember that we had there was a little drive-through where you could bring your movies and like drop them through a slot.
Yeah.
And there was a box in that slot with wheels, and it had it was this little thing built into the building, into the main room of the Blockbuster where I worked, that had a lock on it. And you had to unlock that, open the door, wheel out the box, take all the tapes, start putting them back. Yeah. And I remember people used to lock each other in that thing as a prank, push each other in there. I never got locked in there, nor did I ever take part in the locking, but it happened to quite a few people.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. We had a store, I think we've talked about it here on the program, called Ladner Video, named after my hometown, Ladner. A couple of my buddies worked there, and a few of my buddies, actually, 3 or 4 of my pals worked there, and over the years. And it ended up becoming a Blockbuster. It ended up becoming a Blockbuster, but it was fun when it was Ladner Video, because we kind of had what?
My parents lived in a little suburb of Oklahoma City. Up until 2 years ago, they had a literal video store chain still in operation there called Family Time Video or something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Blockbuster, but you walked in and you were like, I'm in a fucking Blockbuster from 1996. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Well, and it only recently shut.
My wonderful wife, Molly, where she's from in Northern California, there's a town that we will go through sometimes, and she'll want to look like, one of the neighboring towns that we'll be visiting family and shit. And there's a video store in that place. Yeah. And it's like, whatever. It's like Wonder Video or something like that. There's just somebody locked in the video return box at Blockbuster. Good stuff.
Just, there's something about the feel of walking into a Blockbuster and seeing all those covers. Especially I remember when big movies would be released on video, like Jurassic Park, for example. I know Alex just did his big monologue. But I remember when that came out on VHS, it was a rush to go that Friday night to Blockbuster and see the 100 copies of it on the wall and see if you can get one. And then working there when we would get those tapes in and stuff, it was wild. The craziest thing that ever happened to me there was a dad came in with his little son and immediately was like, where's the bathroom? And we were like, it's back that way. Dad goes in with the kid. Dad comes out. Kid stays in there. The dad, we watch him go across the street to a Target, comes back with a bag of something, goes back in there, takes the kid, and he comes out and the kid's dressed in different clothes. And we're like, what the hell? Yeah. And so we go into the bathroom and there is shit everywhere.
A blast pattern of shit?
No, handprints of shit.
Oh, geez.
Shit all over the toilet, handprints on the wall, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I remember my manager, I'll never forget her name. It was Zoe Ellen, goes, you got to clean that up. And I said, oh no, free will order style. I quit if I have to clean that up. Nice. And then they called in a cleaning crew.
Fuck yeah. See, when the Ladner video that we were at, because my pals worked there, we would do some weird shit in there. We would go in after like late nights and we would turn all the lights off and just turn the screens on and play like, you know, like Van Halen, AC/DC concert videos.
Oh, nice.
And run around the aisles top speed and slam into each other. It was sort of a meeting place for my pals where, you know, before cell phones, it was kind of like, oh, I think they went to the Ladner video. And you would kind of end up there and then we would figure out what the rest of the night would look like. We would make videos in there and shit all the time. But like, there was all sorts of shit all the way into like for years, but like in our teenage years and into like, you know, as one by one we left this town, you know, in our late teens and early 20s, we were always fucking around with this place, and it's the kind of.
Need any help? Can I help you? Yeah, you got Top Gun. Yeah, it's right over here.
It's Ladner video. Okay.
Oh my god, dude! That what you're showing me there for me? That was the movie theater that I worked at. We used to literally hide in the trash cans. You all right?
I don't know where the fuck Deep got that from, but
Google Drive, dude.
That's not on. That's a VHS tape
that you don't have anywhere digitally. You have
not
to.
That I know of.
Interesting.
That's very, very interesting. And we're talking. At any rate, okay, that's fucking weird. Okay, thank you very much for that, D. Wow. Anyway, that's me and my pal Dylan. He lives over here in Long Beach now.
Nice.
And we're making, I guess that was, anyway, tell me, what were you talking about, the movie theater or something?
We used to do all kinds of crazy shit, like you were falling into boxes in that video. We would get in sword fights with the brooms. One guy threw a broom through a movie screen so that it stuck in the screen, and we had to get a ladder and pull it out, and there was just a hole in that screen. If you saw a movie, you just get a broomstick hole. Yeah. We used to hide in trash cans. One of us would have a walkie-talkie and be inside a trash can, and the person taking the tickets would tear like a family's tickets. Mm-hmm. And as they would walk past the trash can, the guy at the front would go, now. And then you jump out of the trash can and scream at a family. We used to do that. That movie theater was really a wild place to work.
You know, I have some long hair in that picture.
Yeah. Was that really your hair?
Yeah, that's my fucking
I thought that was
hair.
another wiglet, dude. I thought you were into wiglets at a young age.
I was into wiglets at a young age. I couldn't wait to, this is actually just, this would be in my early 20s.
That's cool hair,
This is not long before joining Mad TV. I got a bit of a haircut.
You should grow that out, dude.
Well, it would, at this point, it would just look like a Jesse Ventura skullet.
That's cool.
I'm down with a skullet. Hey, that was fucking odd as shit.
Thank you. Moving on.
Okay. Good stuff, D.